my idea. You know, you want to go around stealing ideas from people, you should at least be nice to them. You know, no, he's never been rude to me. You know, I guess hanging up on me is for apparently no reason. I don't know. That didn't hit me very. You know, I guess it upset me enough to make a video about it. But when I watched it, I was pretty drunk when I said, you know, when I made it, and I looked stupid. And see, I'm not a stupid person. And I don't know why I'm even apologizing for being drunk. I'm surprised YouTube put that on. I kind of wish they would have rejected it, to be honest with you. But I'm not even going to pull it. I'm just going to upload this one. No. And I'm gonna have I'm working on a video right now. It's gonna be a in-your-face street documentary about a place called the Cass Corridor in downtown Detroit, and I'm gonna take you guys to some places that the news won't even show you. I'm gonna take you to some places that the rats don't even go. Okay? And that's going to be coming up. And I'm hoping that might open the door to, you know, I have a passion for photography and photojournalism. Not so much journalism as in being a writer, but in video production, and I have interest in that stuff. And I want to do a good piece. And yeah, I want people to watch it, and yeah, I want people to like it. And I did an opening statement for the beginning of the video, and my girlfriend, after I was done, said, "You know what? That was pretty good." You know. And I didn't think I did that great of a job. I just basically spoke from my heart, and you know, I did write down my thoughts, because I've been through a lot, and I sometimes don't. I got that, you know, old-timer stuff, or whatever they call it, you know. I'm just kidding. I know it's called Alzheimer's. But anyway, no, I have a pretty good memory, but short term, sometimes you know, I don't, I'm not good at memorizing things, and just, you know, I don't read off of teleprompters, and I don't have a sheet of paper in front of me right now telling me what to say. This is just what's coming out is what's coming out. But when the video does come out, you know, I will edit it to the best of my ability. I'm not trained, but I know quite a bit about, you know, effects and transitioning and what kind of things should and shouldn't be in a video, although I'm pretty much, you know, anything goes, because I literally crawled out of the gutter to get where I'm at, and I'm not sitting in a gutter today by far. So yeah, it's gonna be about you know, street people and addiction, and you know, and it's not gonna be like one of these reality show type things. This is gonna be in your face. People living in abandoned fucking buildings. You know, sitting 2 feet away from a pile of fucking human feces with flies all over it, and trying to get some heroin into their fucking groin. That's how in your face it's going to be. Because that's where I used to live and how I used to live. Most people might not be able to stomach what I've been through. But at any account, when that comes out, you can better believe it's not going to be some drunken rant about Alex Jones. I'm surprised 12 people even watched it. You know, they probably just watch it so they can say, look what kind of idiots what are follow Alex Jones, a bunch of drunks. Yeah, but that's, you know, that's not true. I still believe in the guy. I just believe that every human being I believe every human being to some point has a price. And another thing that bothers me about him is how he's always bragging about, oh, I've been offered Glenn Beck's job. I don't give a fuck. Why do you keep saying that? Why does he keep bragging about that? I don't care. If he's been offered fucking Harry Reasoner or Geraldo Rivera's fucking job, I don't give a fuck. Glenn Beck, I didn't even know who Glenn Beck was until about a month ago. When he brought it up. I never heard of Glenn Beck. I've never watched his show. And the only thing I've ever seen about the guy, he's a fucking lunatic. The only thing all I find on YouTube about him, and when I see him have a conversation, all he is sarcastic. He's he's like, I think he's a cocaine addict or something, or he's on something, because he doesn't make any sense. None. Anything that's come out of his mouth is always he's very condescending to everybody he talks to. He was actually jealous. All those Katrina people, they're getting all the attention. Well, what the? Who is this guy? And Alex Jones sits there and defends him. Well, I don't want to put Glenn Beck down. He's an intelligent guy. I don't see any intelligence coming out of anything that guy says. None. And then he made some kind of like demonic noise that was supposed to be, get off my phone. I've never heard anything like that. It didn't even sound human. It was like, get off my phone! It was the strangest thing I ever heard. And this guy's twisted, man. Anyway, I'm going to try to get some real journalism out there. I'm going to show you what's really going on out here in these streets. And how bad it's really gotten. And you know what? I hope some of you do watch. I hope some of you do watch this, and don't judge me by this last one, okay? Yeah, I have my own YouTube channel. You know, and I got some good equipment. So we'll see. We'll see. I got some great software. It's unbelievably great software. So I've spent a lot of money. Hundreds and hundreds of dollars on editing software for video and audio. So I want to put it to use. Like I said, people hear me and my girlfriend having a conversation in a parking lot, and they'll walk up to us and they'll say, this one lady looked at me and she almost looked like she was ready to cry. She said, you know what? You're right. What you're talking about our government, about what happened on 9/11, and they do know about it. And they did it. I know they did. There's something in my heart tells me that. And I know that I know the truth. She goes, but you know what? She goes, I don't want to know. I said, what do you mean? You just said you want to know what's going on, and you're interested. But she didn't want me to tell her. She didn't want me to explain it. You know why? 'Cause she's afraid. People don't want to know because they're afraid. They can't believe. They don't want to believe that our government could be that evil. Well, let me tell you something. Like I said, George Bush, our last president, our last puppet, was making jokes about where the WMDs are. And I ask you again, go ask a million Iraqi families, go ask all their cousins and relatives if that's funny. Or the mother who has to hold her 4-year-old, carry it wherever she goes because it has no arms and legs. Ask her if that shit's funny. Or ask the family of the 5,000 or so soldiers that died because of their little war if that shit's funny. Ask them if that shit's funny. And a whole room full of them people, and they're all laughing. I swear to God, it was like that room was possessed by a bunch of evil, wicked, demented, twisted, psychopathic, narcissistic freaks, man. Every one of them. That shit is not funny, George Bush. That is not funny. But I suppose if you kill 1 million Iraqis for a permanent military base in Iraq and their natural resources and 5,000 of your own soldiers, I'm sure you'd have no problem killing me. Hence, why are they putting fucking poison in my drinking water? Would somebody tell me, please, why? It tells you on the toothpaste, don't eat it. It's poison. Yet they put it in our water and tell us to drink it. People, this is backwards here, isn't it? Fuck, man, wake up, man. I don't drink that fucking shit. We don't even drink our tap water unless we boil it. We got fucking chlorine filters on our shower head now. We got a filter on our faucet. We filter our water, we boil it, then we drink it. We won't even touch that shit when it comes out of the tap. You want to keep, you know, it causes bone cancer, all kinds of shit. You wonder why people... Listen, I'm 50 years old. When I was growing up, I did not know one person who was autistic or was ADD that acted like that. That shit is like, they say, it's a 1 in 10 chance now that a kid could be born with autism. 1 in 10? Maybe it's 1 in 100. I'm not much with numbers, but anyway, it's some really high fucking amount relative to births that your child could be autistic. I tried to get an insert from the pharmacy for what is exactly in the H1N1, and they gave me some propaganda pamphlet about why I should get a shot. I want the handout, like when I get my medication, it tells me all the side effects that comes with it, with every fucking medication I get. That's what I want. I want that handout. And that's a propaganda about why I should get a shot. Because the only flu shot I ever took was 7 or 8 years ago. Maybe it might have been longer than that, and it made me sick for a fucking week. And I swore I'll never take one again. I said that shit something was wrong with it. There's poison in it. Then I found an article about Haiti. They had immunized 10,000 children with this stuff, and then one of the doctors working on the team found out that it was laced with HIV and cancer viruses. 10,000 children before they found out. Before somebody started noticing that some kids were getting sick and that maybe there was something in the vaccine. Anyway, I hope this one does a little bit better than the last one. And I haven't had my coffee yet, so see y'all later. Have a great day. Go hug a tree.